Good morning, everyone. Today we are in Mount Hood National Forest in Oregon, which is, for people that are not familiar with it, is, I don't know, I think like 40 miles east of Portland, maybe a little less than that. We are on the Ramona Falls Trail. We are choosing the route. It's 3.5 miles one way. There is a shorter option to get to the falls, but we're not going that way. It's only a little over a mile if you choose the other route. But it's a beautiful day out, and from what we understand, these falls are pretty awesome looking. Anyone that has any interest in doing this trail, just a little heads up, if this is rated as a more difficult according to the Park Service. It's what they stamp on their little pamphlet that you can get. But one of the big hard things, and the rangers always make a point to mention it because they did last year, is that there's water crossings that are they're glacier rivers, so they can be stronger, more unpredictable, and there's a lot of trees down, so you can use the trees to help your crossing out. But here's our first trail junction. But we're just going to keep going this way. But aside from the water crossing, something else you need to know is in Oregon they require you to have permits, and here's a little view of the wilderness itself. But for parking at the trailheads, we have a national parks annual permit, and that also works in the national forests. So we are able to park there and have no issues with worrying about getting fined. So going to fill out for our free hiking permit here, just so they can keep track of who's in the woods in case something happens, and bring you back in a little bit. Okay guys, we're going to trust cam action mode, water crossing. The trail continues right over there, so let's get in there and do this. One of the cool things about Mount Hood is the PCT passes right through here. Last year when Panda and I were in this area, we did do a short hike on the PCT. And it looks like we get to walk in the PCT a little bit this year too. So we just got done with our lunch break at the Ramona Falls, and as usual, I know film and pictures don't do justice because those falls are awesome and they're huge, and it was a 3.5 mile hike to get there, and it's using the return trail is supposed to be about the same distance for a 7-mile round trip, which is nice. Alright, well, this has been a great day, a great hike. We started right around noon, and the whole 7 miles took roughly 3 hours. We're not quite back to the trailhead, but we're not too far from it. Anyone that comes out to the Mount Hood area, or is lucky enough to live in this area, and you haven't checked out this trail, you definitely should. No matter how you do it from the trailhead that we were at, it's going to be 7 miles. It's kind of like a lollipop loop, but if you hike it, once you get to the split, definitely recommend going right and doing it counterclockwise. The trail just seems to flow better that way, and the elevation that you gain it pretty smoothly because the terrain is nice. The falls themselves, really awesome view, huge falls, and even though they haven't had any rain here, with everything being fed down off of Mount Hood, they're still flowing really nicely. But hope you enjoyed the hike. Catch you guys next time. See ya.